I'll give you an option here, and maybe I'll tell another story in another episode. You can either hear about, and I think Jesse may have heard both of these, but the worst audience members ever I've ever been a part of, or the other story is about a time that I accidentally stole food from people who needed it.
Well, the second one sort of sounds like your typical Kevin story. So let's do number one for now.
But enough about you compacting ice cream after a work day at Greenland.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas.
What?
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Oh my
We're
God.
here with our human four-leaf clover, Jesse Bergen.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You're doing Scottish, right? That's clearly
it's
Scottish.
Nearby.
Oh, yes. It's St. Patrick's Day when we're recording this, and actually it's going to come out the next day. So we're actually, and I see, Thomas, you've got some four-leaf clovers in your background.
I just want to represent the population that is the most affiliated with the police, the Irish. Paddy wagons. Look,
there's a thin blue line in our lives that we need to make sure is maintained.
So in Chicago, we dye the river green.
Yeah, you just told us about this.
Yeah, you spray a bunch of dye in the river and
looks
people
really bad.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice, and it's kind of a big celebration of our heritage. So I'll thank you not to make any jokes.
Okay, it just
Do people like go swimming in it and then come out like a big fat liar?
That sounds really fun. I feel like the thing that occurred to me is that I would like to drink from the river. It looks delicious. You sort of imagine it's
like a Kool-Aid?
I think it suggests it's like green beer, that the river has been replaced with that kind of dyed green beer.
I see.
Everyone gets a mug and scoops it in and cheeses. And
what people don't realize
chokes
about
to death on dye and poison.
Irish Catholicism is that Jesus normally is depicted as turning water into wine, but in Irish Catholic culture, he's sort of depicted as turning water into green beer. But only on the 17th.
Still not enough beer. If
No.
the entire river was beer.
Yeah. Not sufficient. Jesse, what's new with you, man? We usually start off with like a check-in. I mean, I think I know, but yeah.
Do you though?
Oh shit!
You think you know people, and then
yeah, man. Wow, it's so great to like finally talk to my good friends and be vulnerable on the podcast that they do.
Yeah.
It's about time. It's about time to be open.
Let
and
it
honest.
out, man.
Yeah,
Let it out. What have you got? What's in your heart?
My heart, man. I'm playing a lot of this poker roguelike on Switch. I'm obsessed.
It's what?
It's called Balatro, and it's a poker roguelike.
What's a poker roguelike?
And I have to talk about this because everything else in my heart is way too sad and intense. So this is what I'm talking about.
I thought when I said I think I know, I meant that like last night we performed an improv show together.
Yeah, they don't want to hear about that.
No,
they don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
They want to hear about Balatro.
What is Balatro? What's a roguelike poker game?
A roguelike, for those of you who don't know, is like a video game that's like it's focused on loops and like procedurally generated runs.
Okay.
So you play like a little bit, and you can, if you fail, you have to restart. But then it's randomized, so things are a little bit different.
Okay, so the obstacles are different.
Yeah, and you get stronger and better as you play.
This is like Hades. It's like a roguelike.
It's like Hades.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just you play poker hands, and you can get special jokers to upgrade the hands and give you extra points, and it's all about combos and like synergy.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I've been playing way too much of it.
It's very popular. Like it's one of those games that just came out and was suddenly like hundreds of thousands of sales on Steam. Like
just a big game.
Oh snap!
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
And it was made by like one guy, I think. So that what makes it even more wild is
that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's called what again? Balatro. Okay, you have to say it like that when you're talking about it.
Thinking
Balatro.
about like a group with multiple jokers. Is he talking about the Club Soda show? I mean, I can't tell the freaking difference.
Yeah, there's definitely a wild card or two in there. I'll tell you that. Club
the two of
Soda.
Why am I the two of diamonds?
Evan,
what does
what's
that mean?
new with you, man?
Well, I want to know why I'm the two of fucking diamonds.
What's new with you? Let's keep it on track.
I just said we did an improv show last night. It was
We
our
actually
7th
had
anniversary.
three openers.
Whoa.
We had Diamond Soda, we had Spade Soda, and we had Heart Soda.
And then we eventually, yes, Club Soda Improv. That was.
Wow, that's a new one. I haven't heard that since I've been on.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But yeah, no, we had a great show. But the other thing that's new in my life is that like I'm coming off of the heels of having like a truly relaxing vacation, which is never really the case for me. I went to Toronto. I visited Luke.
Oh yeah.
Good friend of ours.
I feel like you guys had some stories, some bad audience stories, perhaps.
I could tell a story about the worst. I'll give you an option here, and maybe I'll tell another story in another episode. You can either hear about, and I think Jesse may have heard both of these, but the worst audience members ever I've ever been a part of, or the other story is about a time that I accidentally stole food from people who needed it.
Wow.
Well, the second one sort of sounds like your typical Kevin story. So let's do number one for now.
But enough about you compacting ice cream after a work day at Dreamland.
Yeah, enough about me going to grocery stores and throwing out the things that they need. I went. Luke and I went to go see a show. And the first half of the show, I believe, was actually Ken Hall's sketch partner, Ken Hall, who's on the last episode, Isaac. He had like it was a Toronto Sketch Fest show. It was in a theater. It wasn't at like Comedy Bar or anything, which is maybe kind of important because it was like a pretty like theatrical atmosphere. Yeah. The audience. We got in. The first half of the show was like a Buffon sketch show. So he like comes out and like they do like a 3-minute overture at the beginning where like the music keeps swelling like there's going to be an introduction and then it doesn't and that's kind of funny and the audience is laughing and then a spotlight comes up and there's no one on the spotlight and then the spotlight goes away and that's pretty funny. And then like the audience door, like the door that we came in, opens and the Isaac pokes his head out and he's doing this like high-pitched French voice. He's like, "Oh, hello. Bonjour. And he's like poking his head out and doing like weird, silly physicality. He's got like a morph suit on, football pads on, incorrectly underneath the morph suit, looking really ridiculous. His face is all dirtied up.
Lumpy boy.
Lumpy boy, yeah, super lumpy boy. He comes out. He's got like some sort of weird like diaper jockstrap underwear thing going on, and he like is doing really crass sort of basic jokes that are silly, like le douche. And he pulls out, like, keeps saying "le douche" to the audience in this high-pitched voice, and then pulls out, like, a picture of a shower. And he's like, "le douche," and then drops it. And then he's like, "le coq." And then he pulls out a picture of a chicken. And then, like, "le coq, le douche," pulls out a picture of a chicken in the shower. Like, it's just, like, very, very dumb dick jokes, things like that.
This is not the kind of content we want on our podcast.
No,
by the way.
not at all.
Brow for you guys.
Higher caliber of humor here.
Exactly.
Now, Buffon means clown in French.
Yes, it does. It actually means buffoon.
Buffoon. Okay, that actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
I actually just recently learned what jester was in Latin.
Oh, what is that?
Balatro. So
he's doing all these silly jokes, and then he kind of like has this physicality that's all up there, and then he's got this high pitched voice, and he's doing the and then he just goes, "I'm sorry, everyone," and drops his body, deep voice. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And then he like starts acting like he's like gonna come, and he like turns around and he's like starts making like the jerking off physicality, and then he's like, "Oh," and he out like vocalizes coming, and he's produced silly string from his jockstrap, and he sprays it all over the floor.
Sure.
So he looks like he's sort of ejaculated all over the floor and on his own foot. And then he turns around and he's like, "I'm sorry, guys. I guess I came on the wrong foot." And very stupid joke. Audience loves it. And then he's like, about to go into his next bit. And as he's about to go into his next bit, the door swings open and 4 of like the drunkest middle-aged people I've ever seen, 3 women and a man, walk in and they're tanked and they're just talking. And he's acknowledging them. He's like, oh my God. Because it's Buffon and like they play with the audience. And so he's like, I guess I'll, fuck it. I'll do it again. And he goes out of the theater and he starts the show again. He does all of this stuff. And it's like 4.5 to 5 minutes worth of fucking physical material and dumb like dick jokes. And he comes back out. He's doing it as fast as he can. And he's directing it at these 4 people who come down and sit fucking right in front of Luke and I, like literally right in front of us. And they're still talking the whole time, talking loudly to each other while they sit down. And he is directing all of these stupid dick jokes, le coq le douche, picking up the picture, showing it at them, does the comes all over his foot again in front of these people, and they're barely paying attention. They're talking to each other the whole time, and he does the I'm sorry, I came on the wrong foot thing, and then the next bit he launches into is like a sincere, genuine story about his dad dying and how his dad wanted him to do this show. This was the show his dad wanted him to do, and he doesn't want to do it.
Structure to this.
Yeah, I don't know why. He starts going into it. He's like, my dad died. These people vocally, loudly talking over it. Everyone's shushing them. I literally grab one of the people on the shoulder and I'm like, you have to stop. I like stare at them in the eyes. I'm like, you need to stop talking. This woman gives me a death stare for the next 3 minutes straight. And they keep talking. They all keep talking. And so the guy does his show, which is good. It's funny. He takes some soup and he shoves it into his pants through the zipper.
Just like his dad would have wanted.
Yeah, after a ton of setup, he brings an audience member out, shoves the soup into his zipper, and then says, excuse me, waiter, there's a soup in my fly. And then just stupid,
Pretty
silly
good.
stuff. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And it was great. But then, after the fact, I intermission breaks and I said to Luke loudly so that they would hear, which took quite a bit of vocal energy. We need to move because I'm gonna do something to these people. Like I can't abide this. This is like, I've never been around people who are so ignorant. Like the whole audience collectively yelling shush at them many times and them not doing anything. The performer directing his performance at them. And then later on, and I won't mention who was in the second half of the show because the people in the second half of the show I saw in the lobby at the end of the show, they knew one of the performers in the second half of the show. They were like friends. They also talked through the second half though.
Yeah.
Like anyway, it was terrible. The story is just that they were maddening and awful human beings.
That's the amount of like emotional and like self-awareness armor you need to have.
Oh my
to,
God.
Have an entire
and as
auditorium
a unit,
yelling at you to shut
as
up.
As a unit, you'd think one of them would have fucking felt bad, right? Like 4 fucking people?
Wild.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who does a drunk show every week, I'll say that like there's a surprising number of people in the world that come to a show, are very drunk, and just think they can talk, they can do whatever they want, they can talk back to the actors, they can stand up. One time at the end of a show, I was the host. A guy had a bag of Sun Chips, which he had brought from outside. And during my closing speech, which is a soliloquy, he just stood up, dumped the bag on my head. No indication of like why. Like I'm a human being standing here. He just like dumps chips right on my fucking head. And I'm so like speechless. I don't even know what to say to this guy. I should have said Juliet is the Sun Chips, but if I didn't have the time,
that's very good.
But it was just
that's
like
insane.
People like literally don't. And I'll do another bit where I ask someone to like hit me like I'm Mario, so I take damage. And people will wind up and punch me as hard as they can in my arm. Like I'm a person. Like I don't know
what are
this
you
disconnect that like you can just do whatever you want to me because I'm a performer. Like groping people's butts, like touching us during our dances, like just the most insane boundary crossing. It's wild.
That is a lot. That's a lot. You know, folks, if you're sitting out there and you think comedy's easy work,
it is. Honestly, and we shouldn't be complaining.
No, we shouldn't be complaining. It's bullshit. T, what's up with you, man?
That was enough from me. I think let's go into a warm-up segment here.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Okay, we've got fact hack. Kevin will read a list of facts, and participants must guess which ones are fake.
What? Okay. What the fuck?
okay.
I have
You
to
must
find
have
a...
submitted this. There's no way I submitted that. You're pretending to be shocked.
No, I honestly don't remember this.
Number 95.
I also I'm far away from the computer.
Number 95, Kevin.
It's called fact hack. I'll check my notes and see if I have something.
You can also just find a list of
I could just make up some of them.
like a list of myths and a list of facts, and then sort of share those.
That's
Okay.
good.
Well,
That's good.
you two talk about myths and facts for 5 seconds while I find
Jesse,
something.
you strike me as a Mythbusters kid.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't
Okay.
have that channel. Was it Discovery Channel?
Sure.
My only memories
It
of
was
it
my channel
were...
for discoveries, though.
Okay. Yeah, an awakening of sorts.
Yeah.
I
feel
just
like,
remember
honestly,
various...
though, Sexual Awakening, the girl from Mythbusters for a lot of
That's
a
like
lot of kids. That was
definitely-
our first encounter with a nerdy woman, and we were like, maybe there is hope for me.
And then when she rejects you,
Yeah.
that,
Well,
that
that just
myth, that
turns
myth
out-
is unfortunately busted.
Yeah, I would have busted long before the myth was revealed at the end of the episode. Carrie
Okay.
was her name.
Okay.
And then
I got
there's Amy.
some stuff here.
Great.
I got some
we
stuff
filled
here.
that time beautifully. Okay,
Thank you
what's
so
up?
much. Thank you so much. Okay.
I thought Adam was the hot one.
Adam. Oh yeah, Adam.
Is
and
that one of
Amy.
them? He had a beret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
This first
fact is a myth,
Okay, hold on.
guys.
This first fact. Tell me if you guys even understand what this means, because I don't
Yeah.
think I do.
Okay.
Number 4 is the only one with the same amount of letters.
Like as it's like
yeah.
there are that many letters and it is the
Right.
number 4.
Oh.
The only one.
Do you guys think that's true?
That seems true.
Well, if you misspell 2 with no W,
Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
I think that's true though.
Okay,
I'm thinking
all right.
that
about it.
seems really true because
Okay.
like
seems
it'd
really
only
true.
be some of the first few letters.
Oh wait, what about
Um,
109?
Okay.
No,
let's
wait,
count.
wait.
Let's count. No,
No,
let's
no.
count. That's
Okay.
3 and 1,
Okay.
and then 100 would be 7, so that's 10. So we only need 102 more. And
They're in there
is
somewhere.
3. So and is 3, so we're at 99, and then 9. So it doesn't quite math doesn't quite work out. Okay, good guess
Wow,
though.
I'm glad we showed our work.
it's good to have the work shown.
All right, so
Okay.
that one's true. So now
Yeah,
you're gonna
That
tell
was
us
true,
some
and that's
lies.
demonstrably true. You should give us facts that we can test using our
Yeah.
skill.
Like, we can bust these.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to give you bustable facts?
We're gonna explode a mannequin and then go 4 is the
Okay, well,
only
this
word
is-
with the
this
same
is-
number of letters.
This is not a bustable fact, and it may
Okay.
or may not be true, but kangaroos cannot walk backwards.
I think it's true.
Mm.
Because their feet are so big. How would they even? Do
Well, yeah,
that?
look at that bend, right, in that foot. Like, that suggests a forward propulsion is kind of the only movement that a kangaroo would be capable of. I think.
Now, what if the kangaroo has a hoodie with a bunch of stolen drug money?
Sure. Great question.
Um,
I'm going to say true, too.
I think this
okay,
is true.
It is
Yeah.
true. You folks are right.
Nice,
You folks
nice,
are right.
nice, nice.
I've never seen a kangaroo walk backwards. That's how I know it's true.
Okay. Most body heat is lost through the head. Did you guys know that?
My feet are always cold, so that's a myth. I'm losing.
Lost through the head is such an interesting, such a pseudo-scientific way of talking about it. Like, your head is just blasting heat out of your
Like a volcano.
I think that one is false. I think a lot of heat, yeah, it's drained from the appendages, but maybe that's like steam coming out of your ears when you're mad. Is sort of
Yeah.
the heat escaping.
That's
so I'm
what
gonna
you
say
think it
true
is
on that one.
Like when you're angry in a cartoon.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think most of the heat is lost through your baby toes.
Baby toes,
Yeah.
because those are the coldest parts of your body,
Exactly.
your pinky toes.
Exactly.
No, it's actually that's a false fact. It's a false fact and a false flag, but the truth is
No.
that it's actually the most exposed skin. Like when you have have the
Sure.
most exposed skin. So
Well,
like if you have an
that
exposed
usually
arm,
is your head, right?
well, but it depends on like if you're in wind or if you're not. Like it's all just about like surface area.
Yeah.
So your head.
So it's whatever has the most. So if I'm going shirtless,
And
my
you're wearing a
belly's going
hoodie.
to be blasting heat,
Or- yeah,
like
exactly.
a Care Bear.
Yeah.
that seems like a bad fact. Like it's sort of true sometimes.
Fucking hell,
but
Jesus!
anyway.
It's a
okay.
conditional.
Give me
It's a
a break.
conditional fact.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? How about that a hippopotamus produces pink milk?
Only on St. Patrick's Day.
The color of the Irish.
They dye the milk
I guess
pink.
Valentine's Day would have been
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah, I think
Pink
I think
milk.
that's cartoon. That's like a romance novel about like a cross species. Like this is a big trend now. People are into these. There's like a hippo man who like doesn't understand the patriarchy and he's the perfect boyfriend and he has pink
Right.
milk. I guess
What?
that might be a female hippo, but anyway, I'm gonna say that ain't true.
Feminist alert! Feminist alert!
Sorry, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that we.
So is that sound cue like a danger? Danger warning?
Yeah, it's just on the podcast if we ever sort of get a
It's
little
letting
too
everyone
progressive.
know that they're in total safety because there's a feminist.
I definitely feel relaxed when I hear a blaring alarm. I think I'm going to say false. I think
Okay.
the male hippos produce pink milk,
Okay,
Nice.
not
okay.
females.
It's true. The hippopotamus
Whoa.
produces pink
What?
milk. Yeah, it's a true fact. It's a true fact.
Is that why they kill more people than anyone else? Because we all want to drink the
Well,
strawberry.
it's not that
hippo milk?
anyone else.
Well, no,
Thomas.
they're the most deadly. They're the most deadly animal, right?
Right.
I
I
believe
just
so.
yeah, I think humans kill each other more than
Yeah, the
hippos
reason that
do.
the scientists think that their milk is pink is because all the blood of the dead
Yeah,
scientists
yeah, yeah,
mixing
yeah.
Every
into
time
the
they go to
milk.
study the hippos kill one of them and mix in the blood. Yeah. Here's one. You cannot see your shadow in a mirror because mirrors only reflect light and shadows are an absence of light.
That's can't be true.
Whoa, that's
Really?
awesome. I think that can and is true, and if I were Carl Jung, this would be an incredible metaphor for the shadow that we must all reckon with.
Your shadow self is
Yeah.
is not in the mirror when you look into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
It's a false fact.
Fuck.
It's a false fact. It's not
Yeah.
true. It's not true.
Yeah, because I've listen.
Yeah.
I've seen bags under my eyes when I look in the mirror.
No, those are tattooed on, Jesse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we tattooed those on, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
Permanently
look tired.
Here's a question.
You could show the groundhog a mirror on Groundhog Day, and then there'd be no risk of seeing his shadow.
Yeah, and we would always have what we wanted. Okay, here's one I want to ask if you guys know what is the smallest country in the world. We'll see
Easy.
if you
The Vatican.
Canada, baby.
what
I'm gonna go with
that's
the
like one of the
Vatican.
largest, right?
Canada is a small bean.
I think
A
second largest
small
coastline.
bean? I don't
Or maybe
think so.
largest coastline, second largest landmass.
Okay,
Vatican
think-
City
I
seems
think it's the
correct.
Vatican.
you're
but-
right.
I'm still
sorry.
going to stick with Canada.
I just said he was correct.
Now, ever since you moved to the States, you've really been negging us.
Look, y'all are small potatoes. I'm Yukon Gold.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
That's not nice to say.
Yukon is also a Canadian territory.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. It's like fully chose the wrong one. out
But
of all.
excellent potato reference
Yeah,
today. I think
Idaho
it's very
would have been
appropriate.
very American. Bulls hate the color red.
I think
That's
this is
a
false.
myth. I know that's a myth. I just answered this on a New York Times
Yeah,
crossword.
I think the reason they charge the matador is because the waving, it's the motion of the cape. Obsessed
Yes,
them,
it's
not
like
the color.
it's too much. Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. I think
So
the cape
you're
is for the
telling me that a bull
blood.
sees hippo milk and they're like, that's normal.
They don't have an opinion about it. They're true neutral on that.
They're true neutral.
Switzerland of hippo milk.
And I'll maybe try to find one more.
Yeah, let's definitely wrap it up soon, I think.
Okay, well, what the fuck?
That's a true fact. We should wrap this up.
Yeah. The sunset on Mars appears blue.
On the red planet, a blue sunset.
Is this just like color facts? Like
Yeah,
weird-
no. I mean, there's sort of weird little sections of it, and I think I might have
Yeah.
gotten both of those from the color facts. I could scroll down
Heaven's
here.
colorblind, so we can say
It's-
whatever we want
it's
and
true.
he'll believe us.
Yeah.
I feel
it doesn't
like
mean that I'm dumb, right? Like it does. Like, it just means that like I don't.
think this.
Yeah.
I would love for it to be true because a blue sun is like I want that poster in my dorm room.
Right. You want
But-
to make sure that if and when you do have a child that's a male, you make him really sad.
Yeah.
yes. If and when I do have a sad
You want a
child.
blue sun.
The blue sun group. I think it's false. It's so dusty and red on Mars. I think everything looks red.
Okay.
I think it's true. Abadi, abadai, abadi, abadai.
Thomas, I'm quite sure that you are
Correcto!
What?
the sun
No.
on Mars appears
That's
blue.
bullshit.
Sunrise or sunset.
That's
or whatever I said.
that is.
It's
Yeah.
It's
I don't know what
the
website
chemicals
you're
in
on.
the atmosphere. It's the reflection of the gas.
Well, what if you're
Mars
looking at it in a
sunsets
mirror?
hit
Huh?
different.
If you're looking at it in the mirror,
You can't see it.
then it looks like a hippopotamus.
Wow, that's wild.
That is wild. I think, is it time for us to take a little bit of an
I
ad
think we
break?
need to take a break.
Take a
That
bit of a
was-
reprieve?
Give us a chance to catch our breaths from all the true facts and knowledge that you just dropped on
Catch
our
our
asses.
breaths and stretch our depths so that we can be mined more fully.
Whoa.
That was honestly one of the most beautiful things you've ever said.
It's also
Wait, can
a
you say
fucking
that again?
haiku, bitch.
Is this a haiku?
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Caitlin. We're the co-hosts of a little podcast called Gimme That D.
Did that get your attention?
It's a Disney Channel original movie breakdown podcast.
We are breaking down all of your favorite childhood movies that aired on the Disney Channel from 96 to 06, the golden age of cinema.
Duh. We are two F-list comedians with a lot of A-list comedian friends, and together we break down and celebrate these absolutely batshit crazy films.
So we're talking aloof parents,
Inexplicable plots.
bold cuts responsible for sexual awakenings the world over.
And we ask the hard-hitting journalistic questions like, what the fuck is this?
And could we have maybe taken a second pass at that script?
But we love them.
Oh, God, yes.
So listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.
To stay in the know of what movie we're covering each week and who our guest is, follow us on Instagram at GMTDPod.
Yeah, but for real, do it.
This is a fun show, guys.
All
And we're back. Kevin, keep that in what Jesse
I
said on
will.
the
I
break.
will. The nice awkward pause before this is a fun show,
Can you
guys.
tell I haven't listened up
Jesse-
because I don't know what any of the sound cues are?
Oh, that's the ad break sound cue.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was the haiku effect.
I don't.
you-
Have you even listened to the episodes you've been on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are the only ones I've listened to. Come on.
That's the weirdest response.
Yeah.
I only want to hear the ones I already heard.
I
will
listen
say,
I listen to my buds.
Yeah.
if you had listened, you would know it's not a fun show.
No,
so I'm
yeah,
glad
you would
know.
know.
But Jesse, you got a segment for us.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got a segment.
What's your seg for us, buddy?
My hot seg,
Oh, God.
fresh out the oven.
Hot
all
seg,
the, all
fresh
the
out the
hot coming out of my head. All the
Yeah.
All
hot.
the hot heat out of your head.
It's called. It's a little segment I like to call "Play It Forward."
Ooh. Okay.
And,
Okay.
how this segment works is we, the three of us, are going to collectively brainstorm a brand new segment,
Okay.
never before done, never before heard on the
Okay.
show. And then we are going to make. You guys are going to make the next guest on the next episode play it.
Oh.
Very
Okay.
good.
Okay. So whatever we design here has to happen on our next record.
Yeah,
Okay.
regardless of who it is, regardless of their
Right, whether it's like
vulnerability, how well they know you.
Yeah.
They have
Okay.
to do it.
Because it is sort of arranged. Sometimes we'll reach out to like total strangers.
Yeah.
You're having Guy Madden on again, right?
Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah, like you know, so yeah,
So
okay,
we know, Kevin and I know who our next guest is, but I'm not sure that Jesse knows as much.
and
so do
and
you have
should we tailor it to the guest or should we
I
try
don't
to?
think so.
No,
I think
no,
let's
no,
try to just make a good
Okay.
thing. But I thought Jesse could maybe set the foundation, and then Kevin and I will add. We'll
Sure.
accessorize. We'll
Okay.
sort of
Okay.
elaborate.
Yeah.
We'll-
Yeah. Do you have like a hope of what like might be a baseline?
Well, I want it to be like mildly embarrassing.
Okay.
Sure.
Because
doing
this
the
is
show
basically
Yeah. I mean, coming
but,
on here.
But I think we could double down.
Sure.
I think making somebody sing a song about something is a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
potent awkward energy.
Making somebody sing a song. So maybe come up with a jingle. Maybe we do that so that it's like a little more concise, because I feel like doing like a whole song is tough in this show. But we could also do like a parody. We've done parody song before.
Done song parodies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the jingle. Like maybe they have to like sell an imaginary product somehow, and they're sort of generating the ad campaign jingle live.
Yeah. And maybe the like, how would we maybe come up with what the product is? I mean, this is sort of a typical improv game in terms of like that.
It's a little too typical.
Yeah.
I think in order to like really make your next guest regret doing the show.
Yeah. Which is important to us.
There has to be an element of something true to their own life. Involved here.
Okay.
So they have to sing. It's got to involve something real about them.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's like maybe they have to write the jingle or like the trailer song for their biopic.
I like this. I think we're cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of those sort of movies where there's a song that kind of summarizes the plot, hits all the key points. It's like the ballad of their life movie.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Right. I like that. So then maybe they have to perform. So maybe collectively the segment could be that like we ask them, we interview them about their life and help them write the song. And then
but don't help them too much.
No.
I really want them to like flounder for a little bit.
Because
you guys are professional freestyle rappers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're professional. I don't know if we're freestyle. I don't even know if we're rappers, but we are.
Yeah.
We are.
But you
we exist.
You are.
Yeah.
We?
I think.
You rap, therefore
so
you
do
are.
we think that when the song comes in, they do it all by themselves? Do they have accompaniment? Are Kevin and I involved in any?
No, I think you guys can help out. I just think initially they got to go it alone for the first 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, and I think like maybe you know what might be a good idea is maybe you guys can help pick the instrumental that we'll use.
Let's do a little bit of pre-production, pre-pro.
So
I think we should decide on the hook for their life in advance without even knowing who it is or what the content's going to be. So we have like a locked-in chorus that maybe we even record this episode into the soundboard.
Okay.
Is that crazy?
I like this. I like no.
We can do that. I guess that's sure. We'll try. What is the hopeful like style? I guess what's the genre do we want to do?
I was thinking like kind of R&B meets Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
What?
Yeah, can we do Diary of a Wimpy Kid trap beat?
I'm gonna go to YouTube and look up Diary of a Wimpy Kid type beat. Diary of a Wimpy Kid type beat.
And you were on like 9 watch lists.
Yeah. Is Greg Heffley a character in Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
I've never seen it. The reason I just brought that up is because I think like having if we could like make an embarrassing hook.
Yeah.
I've got Diary of a Wimpy Kid sample drill type beat.
Okay, I just pulled that up here.
1. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, we're wimp maxing.
Wimp maxing. It's opening up YouTube here. Sorry. Here we go. Might be an ad first. Yeah, we're getting an ad first.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Popular crypto
Can we use this crypto music?
This is when you know you have friends.
This is perfect.
Okay.
This video is something else.
All right.
Okay, so this is just like a sample from him singing that from Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yeah, this is...
I see. Really not much Wimpy Kid so far. I think this could really work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly's lyrics is the one problem. Sort of all talking.
It's one of these things in hip hop where they're like the samples like sort of filtered a bunch and they expect you to kind of rap over top of it. But is that what we want our next guest to use?
Let's not settle on it just yet.
Okay. Diary. I'll just do another
search. Captain Underpants. Like
Captain Underpants type beat.
Captain Underpants slow drop beat. Something like that, or epic Captain Underpants beat.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I've got Captain Underpants smoke perp / Ronnie J type beat. So
Wow, truly.
I don't know if this is anything to do with Captain Underpants.
That's probably the name of the producer.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's Captain Underpants theme song Trap Geek remix.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, no, so right.
All right, so
This
I'm
sucks.
realizing this is a comedy dead end that
Yeah.
I've sort of backed us into.
So we need I'll get a slow R&B beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get us a slow R&B beat. We'll grab just this one here. We'll see if it's good. Okay, little vibe here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like J. Cole coming
Yeah.
in. He's going to
Okay.
tell you a little story about his life.
Yeah. Okay, so what's sort of the hook we want to decide is like the truth
Yeah.
for our next guest? It's like the main thing about them. That's the producer.
Straight up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think maybe we just like. And then I pooped my pants in grade 4. You know, like inject.
Poop my pants, poop my pants. Grade 4.
Grade 4.
I shit myself in grade 4.
Okay, sure. That's our chorus. That's
Yeah.
our chorus for it. Okay.
So you're not gonna let him know this is coming.
No.
No. That'll be a big surprise.
And we also have to make sure that like I have there's some time that I have to like I don't know how the fuck
We'll
that
wrap this episode early to give you production
I need
time.
capacity to
We're gonna
edit.
send Jesse out in a few
Okay,
minutes. 'cause
great.
we gotta work on
This episode is gonna be like what 20 minutes long now or 30 minutes long because we have to.
we can squeeze in 10 more minutes of Jesse. Jesse, you do gotta go soon though. And then Kevin
Hey,
can-
listen, guys.
Look, if we don't have time to edit it, Kevin and I have memorized the lyrics of the chorus.
Yes.
We'll do it live.
It's true.
Um,
Yeah, maybe we'll
yeah.
tell him that. Here's the idea. Instead of me editing it, we'll tell him that we are going to do the chorus.
Exactly. That's
Sure.
So
fine.
he
yeah.
he does
Yeah.
8 bars, and then we'll do the chorus, and we'll
We'll
just
do the
come
chorus.
in with the poop my pants in grade 4,
Yeah.
no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think that's all. I'll just
Yeah,
just
I
wanna-
love it. That's a great idea, and it has to be a song that sort of summarizes their life,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So you'll
What's
be
that
like,
rap beat about Caillou? Did you show me that, Kevin? The like.
Oh, yeah.
It's like-
If you just look up Caillou rap,
Who's it by? It's actually incredible.
it's like that pussy bald like Caillou.
Every line is
yeah.
like Caillou.
Yeah,
The
I
whole
think
thing.
I genuinely
And it
think if you just
remixes the
YouTube
theme
it,
song.
you might be able to find it. I
Wow.
can't hear.
I'm gonna save
the
it
soundboard is
for
slow.
the end of the episode.
Okay, yeah,
That's
a good way to go out. I love this, Jesse. You've made it also easier for us next episode, which is good.
yeah,
as
exactly.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg would say.
Is it
Um,
DJ Taj? Do you think?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, we'll hopefully
We'll
it's the right
find
one.
out. We'll
listen
find out.
soon.
Should we maybe do one more tight
Yeah,
segment?
I
Yeah,
think
I'll
so. Let's
spin
do
the wheel.
An
Or do you want to do
segment.
audience one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Here's the audience wheel
Could
sound.
be from Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo.
Yeah.
We have got from Char as Nabel.
Luke is back.
Time Travel Trouble 2. We already got one
Fucking
time travel.
hell.
This is the other one. It's one after
Listeners,
our
you
list.
need to submit segments. Okay, this is unreasonable.
This is insane. You guys are not going to believe what this says.
No.
You
What
can
does it say?
time travel, but each time you do, you poop your pants, and
No.
everyone around you will
No.
know it. Do you
That's
still
insane.
do it?
Okay.
A
Okay.
taste
Well-
of our own medicine. we were so cocky a minute
So,
ago.
Jesse.
And now,
Wow, looks like the underwear's on the other butt, huh?
Yeah. The underpants, we should say, or the other captain.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So it's like it's a hypothetical.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can time
So
travel,
would you
but
kill
every time you do
Hitler,
it.
but you have to poop your
So
pants to
here's-
do it.
Here's a question:
Ooh.
do you shit yourself when you arrive in the new timeline,
I think that's
or
yeah.
is it like
I think that's the implication.
yeah? Okay, so yeah
So does
This
that
is
and that
really-
means if I want to come back to my time, I'm shitting myself again
as well yeah.
But really important question. Really important question. And
Yeah.
I'm honestly pissed you guys haven't asked it yet.
Okay, don't get
Okay.
angry, right? Because obviously,
Do
it's
you
early.
show up naked like in the Terminator? Because
Oh.
clothes
Well,
cannot travel through
No,
time because
this
that
is-
changes everything.
Fuck you, man. You're an idiot. Okay,
It's
it
pants
in the
says
thing,
it
right?
says you poop your fucking pants. How are you
Yeah.
going to show up with no pants on and poop your pants?
I'm not an idiot.
You are actually.
I'm average.
don't say that with like an air of confidence at all, right? Because
I'm
it's not
fine.
You're fine. It's
Okay,
getting worse.
So, it's not, so I guess James Cameron is a dumbass too then. Okay.
What? No, that you think the time travel logic in Terminator is that you shit yourself?
Come with
Yeah, I
me if
figured.
you want to wipe.
There we go. I
Give
need
me
your
wet
clothes.
wipes.
Yeah,
Give me your
yeah.
wet-
I
Give me your
pooped on my
diapers.
cool leather
Yeah.
jacket.
But he says, and I quote in Terminator 3,
Yes.
"No, I am not shitting you." So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's a little different than this one, which is why it's such
How
a fun
big?
segment.
Yeah.
Is there an era of time where shitting your pants would be the least problematic?
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
like you go to like Victorian era England, everything was stinky as fuck back then. Nobody was
Yeah,
showering or
Middle
bathing.
Ages for sure.
You show up
but-
with a shitted ass, you just
Dinosaur
look
times,
normal. Yeah.
Dinosaur times.
Yeah. If you come in with shitted britches in like I would say half of human history, you're probably fine.
I think I would time travel to the future, and I would pick a point where they had some instant cleanable auto
Yeah.
robot pants.
Oh
You
yeah.
just walk into a tube and it sucks
Yeah,
everything off.
exactly.
I see. Sorry, it does what?
It sucks you off, I said.
You reshaped it to be more about oral sex.
I mean, it's the
Getting
future.
sucked
It's
off
possible.
with shit in your
Yeah.
pants.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Jesse.
This is exactly my. I love this. This is my jam. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it green?
I don't know about you guys,
If
but in
you
the
drink
future they
enough-
shit pink.
If you drink enough green beer, do
Mm-hmm.
you pee green? I realize this is
I
a
think
totally
you
different
must. I think
question.
you must, right?
Hmm.
Right? Like, I'm trying to think. Have I ever like? I don't know though. Do you guys ever had anything affect the color of your pee beyond like the normal spectrum of yellow to clear? And blood, I guess.
right,
yeah.
Yeah. Kind of getting punched in the gut really hard. Like
By an audience
Houdini.
member.
Yeah, like I said, I'm Houdini, hit me. And I wasn't Houdini, it turned out. And like
Yeah.
I didn't flex, but if I had, it wouldn't have helped.
And then
So-
obviously he hit you so hard you shit yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And you became
This
poo,
is
poo
a
dinky? Is that
this, let's sort of
Poo weenie?
move
Was
on.
that
Let's
you?
kind of move
I
on.
Are you
think
poo? Wait.
Houdini.
I'll thank you to
Houdini's right there, man.
Houdini's right
I'll
there.
thank
right
you
there.
not to harp on this, but
The
let's
great Houdini.
Papa,
Here's
yeah.
So yeah, you go back in time, you kill Hitler, and then the history books are like, this incredible hero
Yeah.
killed Hitler, and we would love to erect a statue of him,
Yeah.
but the statue's gonna have to
Yeah.
have poop in its pants.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry.
shitted pants statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that kind of overshadows kind
Yeah.
of the heroic.
yeah.
They
You know,
call you
that's tough.
Shitler in the history books. And
Yeah,
But is there
Hitler
a-
met his greatest foe, Shitler.
on top of kind of it being socially acceptable, is there a time in history where pooping your pants might change the course of sort of
right.
events?
A
like that it would have the biggest
butterfly
impact?
effect,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you will. A
Very
butterfly
good.
effect.
Yeah, pretty good. The butterfly effect.
Aston Kutcher in the butterfly effect.
That's your title.
yeah, perfect. Aston.
Yeah, you like come back to the present and like the wrong person is president or prime
Yeah,
minister.
well, like
and then
Yeah.
your wife is like, you shit your pants in the past, didn't you?
Yeah, she knows.
Everything's changed.
he pulls up an old archived newspaper from like, is this you? But I feel like because you could ruin like a solemn event that everyone sort of holds very dear to them by doing this. Is there one that you
Right.
feel like is kind of considered sacred but shouldn't have been, that we could kind of sully the memory of?
Yeah, like
The evacuation proclamation.
Oh my god. That's the one you want to ruin? You sort of
Well,
didn't
no,
like
no,
that
no,
one?
that's
It
what
was the
Jesse's
first
calling.
pun I
That's
could
what Jesse's
think of.
calling his bowels.
Yeah.
I know, I got it, but
It was the first. Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Abraham
like-
Stinkin?
Abraham's
Like-
showing up in the Ford Theater to stop Abraham Lincoln getting shot in the head.
And he doesn't
just-
believe you
or not
because
Abraham
you're-
Lincoln,
you
yeah.
smell like
Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, you
He's
show
like,
up and everybody
"Please
just
get out."
yeah. Don't believe this crazy man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys think Abe ever shat himself?
No.
Yeah, he really could have gone to the John Wilkes pooch.
John Wilkes. So this segment has just been us putting poo in front of
Yeah,
like different
pretty much.
historical figures'
Yeah.
names.
It's,
high quality stuff.
Luke knew what he was doing.
Pook, we should say. I don't know what to say, you guys. I don't know what to do.
I think it's all been said.
My honest answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it. Time travel's incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I would want a
I'd wear a
return
diaper.
ticket, right? I don't want to get stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I assume you have the ability to go back and forth and stuff. If you just rock a diaper, like, are we talking like full blown, like you're evacuating, like as you said, doing a complete evacuation of your bowels, or are we talking about like, you know, you're popping out a prairie dog?
I mean, everybody knows, so it's got to be bad enough.
Yeah, I guess that's significant. You're right. Yeah, everybody knows.
I don't think they just know psychically.
That's kind of interesting though. So like, because a lot of the fantasy is right, you go back in time and then you can show them technology that blows their minds. But if
they
show up with incredible technology,
if their first impression of you is the guy who clearly just shat his pants, they might not be as interested in the iPhone.
Come look at this new Android. Oh man, I don't want to get within 10 feet of this dude.
Yeah,
Smells
guys,
like
I
shit.
have penicillin. They're like,
You have pants a smelling is what you have, my friend.
Very good, very good.
Oh,
Joan of Fart.
Joan of Fart. Yeah. You show up to the like the immolation.
Save her life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know they're about
the fire goes up more because the gas sort of intermingles.
The methane,
with
it doesn't help her out.
Yeah, you lose most of your body heat through your butt.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I fart pink.
You need to see a doctor.
And that's a feminist fart. And with that, we will wrap up.
Feminist alert! Feminist alert!
That's right. We got there. What a horrible segment, Luke.
What a bad episode.
I can't believe we did 2 scatological segments.
Yeah, Jesse, you did bring something to the show that we can't quite get away from, you know.
Well, it's the podcast my dad wanted me to do.
Exactly. Is there anything we need to tell people about out in the world these days? You know what's something worth announcing? We just announced that we just launched a new logo for Club Soda that Jesse designed. That's fucking great, and it looks really cool.
It has nothing to do with poop.
Has nothing to do with poop, I promise. But it's a great logo, and you can check it out on our social media pages. So go look at that. Follow Club Soda. We've got a show on April 27th at the Gas Station Arts Center. So please come on down, check us out. Doing some solo work. I don't know what I'm going to do, like a freestyle thing. I think. Do you know what you're going to do?
Nope.
Okay. All right. We're doing solo performances, solo improv.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every act is a solo improv act.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I just went on the radio and talked about how much I love the collaborative nature of improv, and now we're throwing it out the fucking window.
You guys are eating Steve's lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah. And that'll be good. Thomas, you got any shows that the people need to know?
Well, yeah, actually, my final show of the Trigger Happy Labcast, you can see at The Annoyance on the 23rd of March at 7 p.m.
Right.
It's been a really fun show. It's like improv mixed with mentalism, and it's kind of unlike any other improv show that you will see. So you should check it out.
Fun. That'll be cool. And also, Jesse and I and a number of other people are working on The Antipodes by Annie Baker. That'll be coming out soon.
Yeah,
that's right.
And of course, check out What We Do in the Basement, the D&D podcast that Jesse's on with Kevin that I was formerly on.
Yeah, Jesse just did a fun Valentine's themed like snow crasher fucking
you can look
destruction
first
derby
episode if you want.
Yeah, it's a fun wild ride.
Mario Kart meets Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it was great. Too Frost, Too Furious. Jesse, thank you for coming on the show.
What a pleasure, guys! Truly a great time.
I don't know about that,
and that's not a myth. That's truth.
Oh, there we go.
Busted.
And let's close out with a little bit of Caillou Anthem.
Yeah, here we go.
Just a second.
And you have to screen share it, I think, my man.
And here it is.
All right.
I don't think this is the right one, but we'll find out.
I think it's coming. This is not what we thought it was going to be. Hey, copyright strikes. Hey. So not the one we thought,
not the right one. Have a good one, have a good day, everybody. See you later. We screwed up. Bye.
Bye.